Hello friends. Welcome to Shadow Secrets channel. Today, we are going to talk about a future technology that can change both medicine and science forever. That is AI plus CRISPR integration. What is CRISPR? CRISPR is a powerful gene editing technology. Think of it as a smart tool that can cut, fix, and rewrite our DNA, the code that stores all genetic information in our body. What does DNA or gene editing do? Every cell in our body has DNA. This DNA decides everything: your eye color, height, health, and even personality. Sometimes, DNA develops mistakes, mutations, which can lead to genetic diseases. With CRISPR, scientists can find those faulty parts, cut them out like scissors, and replace them with the correct information. How does CRISPR work? Think of CRISPR like the find or replace option on your computer. It searches for mistakes in DNA and fixes them. The first step is guide RNA, the map. The second step is Cas9 protein, the scissors. The final step is correction or replacement, the fix. Now, let's see the first one. Guide RNA is like a map for our DNA, which holds billions of codes. Just like Google Maps, it finds the exact location of a mistake. In simple words, it acts like a GPS for DNA, pointing straight to the faulty spot. Once the mistake in DNA is found, it needs to be removed. Cas9 works like a tiny molecular scissor, cutting out the wrong DNA, just like using a sharp blade to remove a wrong letter from a book. After the wrong DNA is cut out, it leaves an empty space. Scientists then insert the correct DNA code into that gap, just like erasing a wrong spelling in a book and writing the right one. Once this is done, the gene works perfectly without the old error. For example, imagine you typed print instead of friend in a Word document. Guide RNA finds that wrong spelling, Cas9 cuts out the mistake, and correction replaces it with the right word, friend. In the same way, CRISPR fixes errors in our DNA and restores the correct version. That's why scientists call it as DNA editing tool of the future, because it can catch even small mistakes and correct them perfectly. Let's see how AI helps. Our DNA is like a very big book. But instead of normal letters, it has only 4, A, T, G, and C. Using just these 4 letters, nature has written more than 60 billion codes. Now, imagine asking a person to read this huge book and find every small mistake. Hard, right? That was the big problem for scientists in the past. Finding mistakes in DNA was very slow, because they had to check each code one by one. So, treatments took many years to finish. When AI arrived, everything changed. If you give DNA code to AI, it can find mistakes in just seconds. It even shows where the error is and what the correct code should be. It's just like Google search. When you type a wrong spelling, Google quickly gives the right word. AI first finds the mistake. Then it tells CRISPR, here's the error, go fix it. CRISPR goes straight to that spot, cuts out the wrong DNA, and replaces it with the correct one. A simple example, think of a huge book with 10 million pages. In the old days, it would take hundreds of people many years to find even one small mistake. But with AI, it's like pressing Ctrl plus F, the error shows up in seconds. Once AI finds it, CRISPR deletes the wrong word and writes the right one. That's why scientists say, AI and CRISPR need each other. Alone, they are limited, but together, they are powerful. This teamwork is bringing the next big revolution in medicine. What can be cured? When AI and CRISPR work together, they are starting a big revolution, not just in medicine, but also in farming. First, genetic disorders. Second, cancer. Third, agriculture. Here, some diseases pass from parents to children through DNA. For example, kids with muscular dystrophy slowly lose their muscle strength. Others may have blood disorders like thalassemia or sickle cell anemia, or even vision problems from birth. All these happen because of DNA errors. CRISPR can cut out the faulty DNA and replace it with the right code. This gives hope for diseases that never had a cure before. And now, cancer happens when cells grow out of control because of faulty genes. Today, scientists are learning how to find the bad genes that trigger cancer. Use CRISPR to cut them out and replace them with healthy ones. Right now, this is still being tested on humans. But in the future, many experts believe CRISPR could lead to permanent cures for cancer. And, finally, agriculture. AI and CRISPR are also changing farming. They can make crops naturally fight pests, grow with less water, and even become more nutritious. Examples include rice that survives droughts. And scientists have even created golden rice, which is packed with extra vitamin A to keep people healthier. And in farming, they're designing tomatoes and potatoes that can fight off viruses on their own, just like giving the plants a natural shield. How does the world benefit? CRISPR isn't just something that helps one person, it can change the entire world. First, lower medical costs. Right now, treating serious diseases like cancer, genetic disorders, or rare illnesses can cost lakhs or even crores. But with CRISPR and AI, mistakes in DNA can be found instantly. Doctors can give the exact treatment needed instead of trying one thing after another. This means faster cures and much lower costs. Imagine a disease that costs crores today being treated for just a few lakhs tomorrow. Secondly, advanced care for normal families. Before, genetic treatments and stem cell therapies were mostly only for the rich. But CRISPR makes these treatments simpler and cheaper. That means even normal families have hope. Your child can get the best care, even if you're not wealthy. And, finally, healthy babies before birth. In the future, scientists say we could check a baby's DNA before birth. If there's a mistake, CRISPR could fix it while the baby is still in the womb. That way, children could be born healthy, without inherited diseases. This is a huge step toward a future generation free from genetic problems. Here are the extra benefits like, CRISPR can help farming too, crops could grow with less food shortage. Animals could be healthier and stronger against disease. And healthcare could become equal, no matter if someone is rich or poor. That's why scientists call it the next medical revolution. Challenges of CRISPR or AI. CRISPR and AI are super promising technologies, but they also come with some challenges and risks. Let's break them down. 1. Designer babies, debate. 2. Ethics or law. 3. AI errors. Now let's see the designer babies, debate. CRISPR can be used to change a baby's DNA and choose some traits before they are born. We are talking about things like intelligence, skin color, height, or talents. Some parents might say, I want a smart baby, or I want a fair-skinned baby. It sounds amazing, but also a little scary, because it feels like we are changing nature itself. Because of this, scientists, governments, and even religious groups all over the world are having big debates about whether it is right or how far we should go. Right now, there are no complete laws or clear rules about using CRISPR. People are still figuring out what is allowed and what is not. What is considered right or wrong is not the same in every country. Because of this, there is a risk that CRISPR could be used in the wrong way. For example, some countries might allow certain experiments, while other countries may completely ban them. This creates confusion around the world and makes it hard to set universal standards. That's why many scientists, governments, and ethicists are working together to make proper rules. They want to make sure CRISPR is used safely and responsibly, so it helps people without causing harm or unfairness. Finally, we are going to see about AI errors. Our DNA has billions of codes. It's extremely complex. AI is very fast at reading these codes and finding mistakes, but it is not perfect. If AI makes a wrong prediction, CRISPR could cut the DNA at the wrong place. This can accidentally create new genetic problems. So, the tool meant to fix errors could end up causing more problems if it's not used carefully. Scientists say CRISPR is a super tool, but it must be used carefully and responsibly. Friends, today we saw what happens when AI and CRISPR, two very powerful technologies, work together. These technologies are bringing huge changes to medicine. They can help with genetic disorders, cancer, and even agriculture. In short, they have the potential to completely transform human life, health, and food. And fixing DNA errors could give people longer, healthier lives. In the future, everyone, from newborn babies to the elderly, could enjoy better health. Scientists believe that what we once only saw in science fiction might soon become reality. And key is using CRISPR and AI responsibly. Misuse can be very dangerous. That's why scientists and governments all over the world are handling this technology very carefully. Friends, science is like a double-edged sword. If we use it wisely, it gives huge benefits. But if we misuse it, it can bring serious dangers. The power to shape our future lies in our hands. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more amazing content. See you in the next video.